Hey everyone. So I wanted to come back and talk to you about maintaining your vision and keeping your eyes on the prize. The reason why I am coming to you today about maintaining the vision and keeping your eyes on the prize is because sometimes what happens along the way in our journey is that we kind of forget the long-term goal that we have, right? And so we may have short-term pleasures that we want to delve into, but at the end of the day, what is your long-term plan? And does what you want to do right now impede or stunt your progression towards getting to point B of your plan? Um, and I bring this up for a few reasons. One, because just like many of you, I am on my own journey in academia or higher education. And so, like for me, my my focus is on coursework, right? Research, writing, publishing, those things in particular, because that's what a PhD program is, right? It's very research oriented, getting the foundation set for doing your research and writing your dissertation. And so at the very beginning, before applying to my doctoral program, I was going to be in the classroom, in a high school classroom, full time. I was on that path to being in the classroom, full time at a local school. But I was like, well, do I want to continue teaching, or do I want to actually, do my doctoral program, like go and try to apply? And so what happened was ended up not accepting that position. And a month later, I ended up realizing that I was accepted into my doctoral program. And so I don't know, it's just kind of how things worked out for me. And so I was excited to begin teaching in a high school. I was like, yay! But I was even more excited to see that I was accepted into a doctoral program at a research school, right? At a flagship school. And so I was like really excited. And I was like, okay, it's gonna work out for me. Because I knew that I wanted to be in higher education. I knew that I wanted to teach. And so being in a doctoral program would allow me to teach, would allow me to research, would allow me to do all the things that I want to do. And so that was like over a year ago, right, when I started my program. And now I am at a year mark, right, of my program. And I'm like, do I want to go back to the classroom? So, I was offered a position in the classroom, and I'm like, do I want to go back to a classroom? So that's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, should I go back? And so I'm like, doing a full-time doctoral program and being a full-time teacher, it's not impossible because many people do it or have done it or is doing it. But is it something that I want to do? Is something that would cause me to get off track of what my long-term goal is, and that is to graduate with my doctorate, right? And so, whenever we're talking about, keeping yourself motivated and keeping your vision, and keeping your vision is really important because, something so I mean, something so close to my heart. It's something that I am really passionate about, can deter you from what you're doing, right? I remember reaching out to my high school English teacher from like the ninth grade, and she was like, "Girl, you better go and do your program. Do your program, girl. Let that be your priority." And I had another professor that was like, "This is your job. This is a PhD program. Is like your full-time job. Like, you don't have another job. Like, this is your job. Devote yourself to this. Like, this is your job." And so, and then, you have other people that are like being teachers, administrators, and also going for their doctoral program. But for me, I know that I want to be I know that at the end of the day, I want to be a professor. I want to be in higher education. I want to, create a school or an organization, or, that's what I want to do long term. And I'm trying to, and for me, I'm like, well, is being in the classroom as a classroom teacher, is that going to benefit me in the long run with what I want to do? Right? And so, like, so I mean, I go through questions after questions after questions, just like anyone else does, right? Because you're seeing so many tempting items, on the menu to pick from, but you have to figure out, okay, well, is this item what I need, right? Is this what I need for right now, right? Like, for example, if I'm trying to lose weight, is this New York style cheesecake going to be going to be the best option for me? Or maybe I should, maybe get the grilled chicken with asparagus, right? And so, like, that's exactly what it is. Because, like, if you take that cheesecake, yeah, it's going to feel very nice and great and delicious when you taste it and eat it. But afterwards, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, why did I do that? Like, did I do the right thing? And a lot of time, if it's like a short term, indulgent type of situation in which, you just want to indulge and take, and please yourself with something. And a lot of times it's like, you don't feel good about it because you know that you sacrifice something long term for a short term, satisfaction. And so for me and for you, our goals are maybe not the same. We're not in the same situation, but it does not mean that we're not going through the same, issues of denying ourselves, of being self-disciplined, of keeping our eyes on the prize. And so, yeah, it's definitely, having that having the ability to discern what it is that you really want and going after it. And so that's what my video is about today, because I felt like that's really important to talk about, is our ability to look past what's in front of us right now and to see the end goal of where we want to be. Because, if we don't do that, then we'll end up like really upset because, like, we have denied ourselves what we really wanted, when we could have just like said no, or we could have just told ourselves, okay, maybe this is not on the table for right now, but maybe it is for later. Like, maybe you gotta table a few things for later, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, this is what I want. I would love to do it, but it's not the right time, right? It's not the right time. And maybe put this aside for later. And I remember my professor from last semester, she told me that. She was like, Lauren, you have to know what you want. And sometimes things may come up, opportunities and etc. But you have to know when to say no, because those opportunities came, right? But it's also very possible that they will come up later. But remember what you are trying to go after. What are you wanting to go after? What is it? What is that you need? And that's what you get, and that's what you go after. And so, there may be something that, looks very tempting right now. But just know, okay, maybe we need to say no. If that's not what you want, say no. Yes, it's tempting. Yes, it may be great for you to do for it later, right? It's not for you right now. Because, if it's not for you for right now, then that's fine, because it could be for you later. If that's not part of your goal, then save it for later. Save it for when, you have completed what you need to complete, right? You have goals. And if that's not part of your goals, then table it for later and let it go. And so I'm going through the same thing too, right? I'm going through the exact same thing of me having like the self-discipline to say no, right? It's not for me, and that's okay. Like, this is a no for right now. For tomorrow, it may be a yes, but for right now, it's a no, because it's not in the plan. And that's okay. If it's not in the plan for right now, that's okay. Because at the end of the day, you're getting one step closer to your goal. And that's the name of the game, getting from point A to point B. So until later, hope you have a great day. Bye.